Greetings, 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 family. I am super excited. The internet is back at the library. And so now I am on StreamYard. So I'm pumped and I am doing my best to go live on my other platforms. So bear with me. Go ahead and share. In the meantime, let me put here the courage to say no. The courage, C-O-U-R-A-G-E, the courage. The courage to say no. Yeah, the courage to say no is what we are talking about tonight. I just need to be sure I am on these other platforms here. So just bear with me. The internet is back. And I am glad. And I know you are too. So in the meantime, I appreciate you just sharing the live. C-O-U, courage to say. Courage to say no. Okay. So we are going live there, and now we are going to go live on Instagram. So family, we are in business. We are in business. So let's find Instagram. We're looking to go live. We are looking, tap the screen and share the live. Tap the screen and share the live. Okay, I have no title there. So yes, welcome. Who am I? I am Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson, and I am your why and soul purpose coach, consultant, and mentor. I am super excited. You notice those of you who missed yesterday, I now have the opportunity to be able to use the creation station here at the library, and I am taking advantage of it. And I am praying on getting me some volunteers to help me. So soon and very soon, I will be able to start the production of my TV show. All right. So I already did a partial episode when the internet was down. And now it is really the second episode that I'm venturing out to start. And this episode, the title is It takes courage to say no. It takes courage to say no. Kindly go ahead and share the live for the people on YouTube and LinkedIn. At the end of this, I am going to do the Maintaining Inner Peace episode that I missed doing before. I am going to go live and to do that. Hey, Jennifer. Good to see you. I was just texting you on TikTok to find out when is your next live. Welcome back. Thank you, Queen. I really love you, Jennifer. I appreciate all of the love. I actually went live on Saturday and on yesterday. And when I came here at 5 p.m. at the library to start, the internet was down. So I did TikTok on Instagram with low internet. And I was sitting here and God just brought the internet back. So I'm very happy, Jennifer. Go ahead and share with everybody. We are going to talk about the courage to say no. The courage to say no. Because that is a real issue for many people, especially women. We were brought up as girls to be saying yes to everything, even the things that is against our better judgment. We grew up thinking that we cannot say no. So I am very grateful. I am very grateful that the Spirit has placed it on my heart for us to collectively speak about this. Please do not do that on my live. Do not come on my live and promote. Please do not do that. How inappropriate is that? Okay? So let us collectively speak about this. And for us who are elders, let us begin to share with young people, boys and girls. Let them understand the importance of saying no and to have the courage to say no unapologetically, without shame and without guilt. So the first excuse me, family. The first thing I want to share as we have this conversation about the courage to say no is to encourage you. You all know that I am such an advocate for breathing, taking a breath. And along with that breathing, I am going to encourage each and every one of you to always pause before you answer any question. Pause. What does pausing do? It allows you to be graceful about what you're saying. So you pause, somebody comes to you and they ask you a question and you smile and you pause. And once you pause, you are reflecting mentally as well as in your heart. What is my answer going to be? So, once you pause and you take a couple nice breaths, then you come out with your response in a very graceful manner. You know, I've thought about it. And at this time, my answer is no. My answer is no. Not with a guilty face, not with an angry face, not with not with an apologetic face. Just no. Every time that you are saying no, I want you to approach that very light-heartedly. Do you know what I mean about light-heartedly? Some people, when they are to use the word no, it is like they are swallowing a baseball, or even bigger, a football. They stop breathing, they feel guilty, and for those reasons, they end up overextending themselves. So practice even before the time arrives for you to use it. Spend your life practicing how to say no with a light-hearted approach, a joyful heart. You're saying it gracefully, as I mentioned before. You're happy to say no. So practice, practice, practice will help you to improve the way that you build your courage to say no. Another step I want for you to practice, and all these are tools that I need for you to put in your toolkit. Put these tools in your toolkit. Listen, Daphne, can you send that to me in an email? I will get back to you in 2 or 3 days, whatever number of days you want to. I've had individuals say to me, Oh, 2 or 3 days is going to be too much, too long. I can't wait that long. So then, if you don't have the time to send me in writing what your request is, then you are free to move on to somebody else. You see what I'm saying? Because folks have their own sense of urgency. So always ask, can I have it in an email or some form of writing? Why are you asking for that? It buys you time to say no. It also allows you to have clarity on what they are asking you to do. I have learned that there are a lot of times what people intend to ask you when they speak, that is not what they say to you. And later on, you find out that they are requiring something entirely different from what they requested of you. So get into the habit of, can you send that to my email? I'm not even asking for text. I'm asking for email. Because a lot of times you type something in text and what you push and send is not what you intend to send out. Especially if you are using the speak to type. Especially if you are using the speak to type. The other point I want to share with you, don't be afraid to say, listen, you really don't want to ask me to do that. I am sure you have someone that you know in your network who is far way more qualified to take on that task. That is really and truly not a match for me. Girl, you don't want me to do that. And anything that you want me to do, I want to be able to do justice to it. And should I take this task on, I will not be doing it justice. I will not be doing it justice. So for that reason, I will say no. I will gracefully say no. And you will be able to find someone who is much more qualified than I am. You notice for each of these times when I said no, I did my best to have a smile on my face. I was not feeling guilty about it. I'm not looking disappointed. I'm not looking angry. I am just sharing what I believe is best for me. So let's recap before I continue. Always, we are talking about it takes courage to say no. Always pause before you answer. Hey, Queen Sonia, how are you? Hello, it's good to see you. Always pause before you give your answer. Number 2, always take a light-hearted. I love you too. Always take a light-hearted approach. Ask to have the request in writing, in an email, or some form of writing, preferably not a text. Can you send that to me in an email? Number 4, do not be afraid to say you really don't want me to do that. You have others in your network that are much more qualified to show that thing justice. That's really not a match for me. And if you have me to do that, I will not be doing it justice. I will not be doing it justice. So I am sure you can check someone else in your network who will be able to really show that thing justice. The next thing, let me think about it. Oh, go back to the writing or the email. When you ask for it in writing, tell them to give you 2 or 3 days to get back to them. Most times they are in a rush and they are not going to allow you the time that you require. They are going to tell you they can't wait. That's too long. And tell them it's okay. Go ahead and ask someone else because I will not have the time to get back to you before then. Let me think about it and I'll get back to you. Next point, as interesting and exciting as that sound, is not a match for me, and I will have to pass. I will truly have to pass. You notice every point that I have shared. Hopefully, I'm not sounding guilty nor looking guilty. And you need to practice the same thing. I know that there are people that, oh God, I can't say no. I can't say no to her. I can't say no to him. Yes, you can. You just got to practice. Practice, practice. You got to practice to develop and build the courage. You got to practice. Once you state your no, understand that it is complete. What do I mean by that? Have you ever found yourself in the position where you told the person no, and then you are saying a reason why you are saying the no? Have you? Let the truth be told. Have you ever found yourselves in the position where you are giving the reason for your no? It's okay. Own your stuff. Because when we know better, we do better. Once we know better, we do better. Let me just type something here on this. I think my phone is getting hot. Okay. Stop giving excuses for your no. No is a complete sentence. Not no because, not no and this and no and the other. No. 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 And especially we as parents. Oh boy, we have such challenging time in saying no to our babies. And you know what I have found out with children? They are very creative in going around, beneath and under and over to get their yeses. These kids can wear you down. Am I the only one who have experienced that? Or there are some parents on here who can vouch for that? No means leave it to be. It's done with. That's right. That's right. It's done with. However, Queen Sonia, there are many women who and adults who are not able to say that and mean it. And we are all a work in progress. All a work in progress. So once you state your no, understand it is complete. No reason for a backup reason. As Sonia says, no is over and done with. Number 7. Saying no is a guilt-free activity. Saying no is a guilt-free activity. Did you realize that? Can anyone Anyone accept that? In knowing that saying no is a guilt-free activity, regardless of who you're saying the no to, whether it is a spouse, your children, your significant other, your co-worker, your boss, whomever, it is supposed to be a guilt-free activity. Yes, once you say no, don't feel guilty about it. That's right. No, done with. And even some adults are like children. Sometimes because we resent to tell other children no, it can ruin them. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Jennifer? Expand. Expand, please, Queen. Again, saying no is a guilt-free activity. So Queen Jennifer says, sometimes because we resent to tell our children no, it can ruin them. I'm asking her to expand. I think I know what she means, but I'm asking her to expand on that statement. And I want to see who agrees or those who do not support that, saying no or not saying no to them is going to ruin them. Come true, Sister Jennifer. They get used to you telling them yes. The day you said no, they won't accept it. Okay, all right. So really, they aren't ruined. They are just indisciplined. The part about ruin them, that is the part that I wanted you to clarify. And there are many parents, Jennifer, who are yes parents. They have never ever said no to their children. Never ever. And they grow up in this world not understanding that the world is not going to be a yes world to them. So many of them are what I call spoiled, and I would use the word spoiled over ruined. So they end up not having boundaries, and they move from children to adult with those same kinds of behaviors in their lives. So thank you guys for that. Listen, there are times, and I want for you to listen keenly. There are many times in our lives when saying yes puts us in great danger. I want to take you back to years ago when I volunteered at the Women's federal prison in Danbury, Connecticut. There were many professional women there, doctors, lawyers, accountants, and other executives. They were behind those walls for many, many years. Not because of action that they did willingly, is because they chose to say yes to individuals they claim they were in love with. Many, many, many of them lost their license and their practices because they had high-profile careers, and the men lured them into Janelle. The men lured them into these relationships and to mislead them down those dangerous paths. And it's a shame. Listen, this spirit just jumped in my heart here. I did not even have to go all the way back to FCI. I know everyone on this broadcast. You are watching the news for the past, 2-3 weeks? With the sheriff in Alabama? The one who made the prisoner escaped? Did you all saw that news? 17 years on the job. 17 years. I listened to her co-worker said, Vicky is a lady that I would trust with my life. That's how much I respected her. She sold her $200,000 plus house for $95,000 and gave up her 17 years career because she couldn't say no to a convicted felon. Listen, ladies, we got to use wisdom. We must use wisdom. And I don't know why the Spirit have me bringing this up right now. There are many women who are single, and you're thinking that you have faults and that's why you are single. Think before you say yes to the next thing that is wearing pants that come across your path. Take courage. Develop the strength and the stamina to stand boldly and say no. Love your singleness. Respect your singleness. Too many women are losing themselves because they do not know how to say no. They are losing homes because what they call them catfishers. They are losing bank accounts. Some are losing their inheritance. Ladies, ain't nothing wrong with being single. But in order for you to be able to say no, and in order for you to believe that you are worthy, you got to know how to say no and to love yourself. Buy yourself flowers. Take yourself out. Enjoy yourself. Because the more you honor yourself and the more you love yourself, the more you will maintain your sanity. Too many women are losing out. I'm not sure how many people will agree with this statement, but I'm going to say it anyhow. Not every man and every woman came on this planet to be a wife or a husband. There are many people who came into this world to serve people of the universe. There are many people who came into this world to live a life of celibacy and not to feel ashamed about it. The courage to say no. The courage to say no. The courage to say no. That's not for me. It's nice that you consider me, but really and truly, I will not be doing that thing justice. Ladies, do not be afraid. So just to recap what we went through in this conversation, you on point, Miss Daphne. Thank you, words of wisdom. You're welcome, Queen Jennifer. Know when to say no, and know when yes will be placing you in grave danger. And I got to tell you guys this. You see, all of those women that I mentioned that I met in FCI, the Federal Correctional Institute in Danbury, not all of those women were American. Some of them came from other countries. And you know what? All the men that they didn't say no to that got them into that predicament, all the men were outside, free. And those women lost their career and lost their lives because they are behind bars for life. Unless God grant them a miracle, then they will be released. So just to recap, Know when yes is going to place you in grave danger. Saying no is a guilt-free activity. Once you state your no, understand that it is complete and you do not need to back it up with any other clarification. Be willing to say to somebody, as interesting as that look and sound, that's not a match for me. Let me think about this. I'll get back to you in 3 or 4 days, whatever amount of days you want to choose. I know for sure there are many people who are going to tell you the amount of days, whichever amount of days that you tell them, they are going to say it is too long, they cannot wait. That's okay. There's no way I'll be able to get back with you before then. So it's okay, you can ask somebody else in your network. You really don't want me to do that thing because I will not be able to do it justice. So you eliminate yourself out of it. I want to do the best for you. And this thing, I won't be able to do the best. So give it to somebody else. Can I have that via email or some other form of writing? Do not ask for text, because sometimes text is so confusing. Hey, June, how are you, my love? Ask for it through writing. Ask for it in writing. Always practice a light-hearted approach when you say no. Don't be hyperventilating. Don't be stressed out. Don't be feeling guilty about it. Be excited about it. No, with a smile. And somebody might be offended about it and say, what you so happy about? It's okay. Just take a light-hearted approach. And the first thing we started with was always pause before you say no. Pausing is going to buy you time. Pausing will help you to relax yourself to come back very graceful with your no. All right? Any questions? Any questions or feedback? I am going to be on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube at the end of this broadcast. I will not be on TikTok or Instagram because I already did maintaining inner peace on those 2 platforms. But I'm going to do it on YouTube now so that I can have it for there. So any questions? We have 8 minutes, 7 minutes really. Any questions, anybody? Any questions? What about my folks over there on so those of you on TikTok, if you weren't here earlier on, go over to Facebook and let me look. I forget I'm using this big screen computer. So guys, don't forget, let me put my link tree in here. So go ahead and please check my link tree out and also my Booksy. All right, any questions? No questions? All right, guys, I'm going to end this episode and then I am going to set up to be on StreamYard on LinkedIn and YouTube. Thank you guys very, very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for the support, and I look forward to seeing you all again right over there on StreamYard. Love you guys. See you right there at about 7:15 or so. Thank you, guys.